listeners know, yeah.
Okay. So it's okay if I record it. Okay, good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so first, let me just say this. I heard about the Bishop Jones situation. When you said New Mexico, my mind automatically went to Bishop Jones.
Right.
Because I know about the situation. And without putting this other person's information out there, somebody I know that is close to them and is just a big issue, but it became a bigger issue because of William McRae. And so it was always said that, you know, he was lied on, he was accused, that stuff is not right. The story was mishandled, it was twisted and everything. So I'm like, I never really paid it any attention because I know it came from William McRae. And I was just like, I'm like, okay, so what was the real truth? Nobody ever gave me the truth. And I remember saying a couple weeks ago, I said, I wonder, with all this stuff that's coming out on William, would he or his wife, I always called her Mama Roz, would be willing to do an interview to, you know, state the truth of what's really going on. Because they don't like him either. So, but when you said what you said on YouTube, I was like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
So I'll let you talk.
Oh God, where do you want me to start from? Because there's like so much. Goodness.
Well, okay.
I don't even know where to start.
Okay. One, I do want to know, how did this all start? But two, the audio recordings that you have, what are those?
The audio recordings that I have, well, I have like several of our conversations because, number one, Bishop Jones is a liar. Like, he's the biggest liar ever. He's a narcissist. He played the whole manipulation game for years with me. Like, anytime I would not talk to him, he would message, well, I'm just going to jump off the second story window out the step because no one loved me. You said you love me and you don't. And just this whole, just very manipulative. Or let's pray together. We're intercessors. We're each other's intercessors. And so it was a mind game. So, which was normal to me because that's all I've known since I was 15, because that's pretty much how he groomed me since the age of 15.
So this been going on since the age of 15?
I met him when I was 15. And so, we were, I guess, introduced when I was 15. I had seen him around at my church in New Mexico, but we were formally introduced when I was 15, and he basically took interest in me, and I told him how old I was, and he was like, well, I'll wait until you turn 18, and then I'll date you.
Oh.
So, in between that time, he would call. I couldn't receive phone calls at my house from boys. My mom was very, very protective, and so I would go to my quote-unquote godmother's house because she was his public relations person or whatever. She worked with him as far as the church. And so that's kind of where we would converse. And so that eventually turned into, I turned 16. We went to Albuquerque for a convocation, and it was me and my best friend, which we're still best friends till this day. But he came to our hotel, and he was like, hey, I need to go pick up some fruit baskets from the Doubletree Hotel. The delegates that were staying there, they left them, and I need you guys to take me. So we got in his rental car. It was an Infinity, and so my best friend drove. We went to the hotel. He got out, went in, and then a few minutes later, he comes back downstairs, and he asked me if I would go upstairs and help him get the fruit baskets. And at this time, all the way up until that point, he hadn't tried to do anything. Like, he wasn't inappropriate with me at all. He was just very nice and very, just very attentive. And so I decided to go upstairs with him. Once we got into the room, I grabbed the basket and I go to walk out, and he grabbed me and he was like, I have to ask you a question. And so he said, I heard someone told me that you said that I kissed you. Is that true? And I said, no, because at that point he had never done anything. And so he said, well, would you tell if I kissed you now?
Oh my
and
God.
So
with well, I ain't gonna say everything, but some of the things that Earl Carter has said, like, I get it. But at the same time with Earl Carter, it's like, why did you wait till now that you've been kicked out of the church that you want to start talking and ratting out on everybody? Because that doesn't look good. I mean, that used to be my old pastor years ago when I was a little boy. And I said to him, I said, it makes you look vindictive. But that's a whole nother situation. But for you to just say he wrote a letter disguising himself as his board to the general board or whatever, saying that, about Bishop Macklin, which is just like, if I can't preach, well, let me dish some more tea on somebody else. Which, that again is saying to me and so many others, how can I say this? If I can't do it, he can't do it either. Right. So if you're going to allow him to operate and flow or whatever in the church, you need to let me do it too. Which now, if we just keep it 100, these people need to be in jail.
Right.
Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If he's 30 years old, having sex with a minor, that's jail time.
Right.
If you're out here supposed to be a leader and you're having sex with one of your laity and you are married, that's jail time. But yet and still we're talking about sanctification and holiness. This is not right. And it's not okay. And you know what? This is what makes the church look awful. And I'm not sure what William McCrae has said to you or offered you or whatever the case may be. Because I'm quite sure he tried to blackmail Bishop Jones.
He did.
What did he say?
He definitely. Well, I don't know exactly what he said. No, not for me, but I know he had Jones rent him a van whenever they went to Arkansas, and he kept the van for like a whole month. He didn't turn it back in. He ended up driving the van back to Atlanta, and so it cost Bishop Jones a lot of money.
Oh, so he extorted Bishop, and then he still ran the story.
He did, and the only reason why he ran the story is because the Daily Mail had got a hold of my story, and so they were doing a story in November of that same year. And so once they dropped the story, that's when McCrae reached out to me, and he was like, okay, I'm ready to do your story. We got to go full throttle, this, that, and the third. And by that time, I had figured out who he was, and I'm like, no, because you sat on this story since February, or since March, actually. And he was like, well, I did it as a favor. Bishop Blake asked me not to put out the story because he wanted to give the church an opportunity to do what they needed to do. And so as a favor to him, I didn't release the story because, I like my perks and this, that, and the third. And so, but then he apologized. He cried.
What is his perks? He lives from pillar to post.
I have no idea that's just what he said at the time. And so he wanted all, and so then that's when he's like, well, I'm going to write the story anyway, but you determined the outcome of the story, so that's when it went into that whole conversation, because I would not give him all the information he wanted to run the story.
Wow. So even without your permission, he still did it anyways.
Oh, yeah, he did it. And, he posted pictures of my daughter and,
so that's comments, grounds for...
her retarded-looking daughter. And,
that's grounds for...
Go ahead.
That's grounds for, one, defamation of character. that's grounds for a lawsuit because I wouldn't say it's child endangerment, but he's taking your child's picture and posting it without your permission. So if you needed to now, you can go ahead with your lawyer and file, charges against him for that. Even though, it's been like a couple years now, you can still file against him. I think you have 7 years. And then William McCray is trying to, in a sense, blackmail you to some degree. It's the same thing he did to Bishop Jones. But either way it go, just whether it's William McCray, whether it's Bishop Jones, or whether it's the General Board, this has not even gone to the actual justice system. Not the COGIC justice system, but the actual court.
No, we took them to court. We did take them to court.
Okay.
But it was just it was basically I'm trying to remember because it has been a little while, but the judge did rule in my favor, but it wasn't criminal because of the statute limitations.
Okay.
And that was in all the paperwork or whatnot, but the judge ruled in my favor regarding the lawsuit. But and they tried every game in the book. His deposition, he came and lied. He said that he doesn't make any money. He works as a clerk at a home health service build or whatever. It was crazy. Like he came in and made all kinds of lies, basically. And so that's pretty much how that happened, so to speak. So, but as far as the General Board, Church Fighting Christ, they did not handle it.
I want the glory. All right, try it. You're looking mighty sexy in your nightgown, Jara. I guess we are done for the night then, all right?
Good times. Let me tell you something. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my life. I'm done with y'all church enablers. I'm done with y'all hat-wearing ladies that want to be out here supporting these people. You see, y'all like to be fag hags. Y'all like to support this bullshit. But see, you ain't gonna say nothing because you enable the mess and you support the mess. You laugh with William. But let William knock at your door. And we back. Y'all wanna keep supporting that. You wanna keep supporting that.
Let me tell y'all something. You ain't got to ever worry about getting nobody back for some shit they done did to you. Because quiet as it's kept, everybody working get paid. Let me break that down so you understand what I mean. Everybody working getting paid. See, some of you motherfuckers don't even know that you're working. But payday comes after a while, bitch. You being messy, you're working. You gossiping about people, you're working. You stealing, lying, cheating, or just all around doing some fuck shit, you're working. And payday is on its motherfucking way. Ha ha! Let me tell you something, you working motherfuckers. Some of you bitches got overtime in that bitch too. Woo, that payout gonna be good. So when you get your check, bitch, don't complain. You worked for it. That's why you better put that good work in so you can get a good check. Cause everybody working, getting paid.
So if you never speak to me again, it's okay. If I happen to walk past you in the COGIC Mall and I want you to, y'all record this part right here and send this to them. If you never speak to me when I walk past you in the COGIC Mall, remember these words right here. If you support the bullshit, if you support the bullshit,
everybody working, getting paid.
The bullshit, you must be a part of the bullshit. Take me down a little bit. If you support the BS that's going on and the hypocrisy, you are a part of the bigger problem. If you keep quiet, Hashati, if you support the mess that you see going on. Oh, you said put me in C sharp? Hold on, let me get in C sharp. If you support the drama that's going on in the church. Yeah. If you support the madness and the fandanglement that's going on in the church. I know God sits high and he looks low, but I just stopped by. I just stopped by to tell you today that I serve a God that sits high. I'm gonna say it like I feel like it. I serve a God that sits high and he looks down low and he has eyes. I say eyes in every place, beholding the evil and the good. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say it like I feel it. He sits high and he looks low. But I just want to let you know, in hell you should lift up your eyes, bitch, okay? I just want to let you know, since you want to tell folks about hell. If you don't leave my birds alone, okay, Prince? Messing up my sermon. Leave my birds alone. Yes. So anyways, can I take it high? If you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you, God, he sits high and he looks down low. Can I take it higher? God, he is watching. Yeah, he's watching. Put your hand behind your ear and tell your neighbor, he's watching. Okay, y'all, I'm done. I'm put myself back in B flat. Prince, it's gonna be me and you, goddammit. Come here. Now. So, as I close, if you don't like the message that you heard today, if you don't like the message that you heard today, that's okay. This just wasn't for you. If you don't like what you heard, this message, you just don't like it. Period. But that's okay. I do believe, I still believe we serve a God that is a just God, and he will vindicate. Oh yes. Didn't that nigga say vengeance is mine? Didn't that nigga say, vengeance is mine, said the Lord? Sir, God is getting his vengeance on you. Yes. Yes, Lord. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. And Sister Wilhelmina, horse, face, dragon ass breath McCray. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. That's what it says. God is getting his vengeance on you. So tell the, can I say yes? Yes. Oh, yes. 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 Yes, Lord.
I'm on fire right now, fuck nigga. Fuck. Ha. He got a gun, I got one too. Yep. New Mac 10, tryna see what they do. Big clip hold 20, but I'm putting out 2. Shot boy green tips, make a nigga shoot. Nigga talking that shit, take his ass for a loop. Yeah, I ball on these niggas, my name skip the loop. So I fuck the bitch mouth and I give her the boot. Bitch, I am a dog and I only speak roof. And I got plenty pressure, these niggas some fruit. Put his ass in the air like a motherfucking goose. AR send the clip looking like a damn 2. Treat a hoe like a bitch, I ain't tryna be rude. Can't take her to my crib, so I fuck in her room. Bitch mad, I can't fuck with you. Ha, she mad, she text me, I hate you. But tell me come through, so I smash in the bitch room. Her best friend, yeah, she wanna get hacked too. I grab her camera and tell her to come through. Yeah, that was my nigga, I don't need a blicky. Got plenty of hickeys on the bitch's titty. Can't call you my brother cause you not 100. You acting too funny, I think you real fish. Keep the Glock on my side and it came with a drum. Nigga pull up beside me and I'm going dumb. Hey little nigga, come here. Hey, don't try to run, you was talking that shit, boy, you thought it was fun. Now I'm shooting these missiles, his ass on the run. Now I'm dicking this bitch, boy, I'm having some fun. These fuck niggas really can't deal with them. Why you thinking I'm friendly, boy, I am against you. Boy, your music hot trash, it's really hot dookie. You the type of shit that I shit on my shit off. If you really want smoke, boy, I'm about to come get you. No, I'm not a killer, but I ain't no bitch. You keep feeling that fire, I turn to a hitter. So you that you pussy, boy, you was a quitter. So I'ma smack a nigga, started talking, nigga, you a bitch. Motherfucker, you and your crew, y'all can all suck a dick. I'm the black hammer, hit that motherfucker on the nigga. I ain't going back, fuck the pills, motherfucking jail. She got the hiccups. I fuck that bitch and I tell her to get up. She like I thought I was spending the night. So I open the door to that bitch, you can kick her. I don't do no cuffing, there is no discussion. I just leave that for them police niggas, they pussy. And I hop in the whip, hit the dash, bitch, I'm booked. Yeah, this for them pussy, I wish you come try. Boy, I got me some hands and they faster than lightning. Boy, beating a nigga, that shit is exciting. I don't play fair, bitch, I will get the biting. Okay, hold on, I got one. Check this out, check this out. You was a plug, I don't give a fuck. I keep throwing bombs, I made you look. I'm big times and she wanna fuck. I run in her mouth, she crack like a duck. I add up my money, I stack it, I flip it, I motherfucking get it, bitch. I am Terminator mixed with that Jason, I'm ready to kill shit, bitch. Mortal Kombat, beat a nigga like Jack, I peel his muffin cap back, bitch. I am a savage, the name is Top Uzi, I really be on that fuck shit. Hot, 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 hot potato. I'm passing the bitches like Lego, I tell the bitch Lego my ego. Bitch, I'm in the band and I play the Coachella. Hello, call me Freddie Jackson, I bout to cut him up. Pussy come through, I'll hit you with an uppercut. Thinking the Uzi a bitch, boy, you dumb as fuck. So disrespectful, I really don't give a fuck. After I take me a shit, feel like $1,000,000, bitch.